oración. Ok, ahora vamos a repasar para la prueba. Tenemos una prueba mañana. Mañana, sí, hay una prueba mañana. Empezamos, por favor, abran en su texto a página 319. 319. What are some of the things you need to know on 319? Well, you need to know your day's activities, the vocabulario de day's activities. También report what someone said, other words and actions, K and qual. I don't believe I have any questions on K and qual on there, but you should know that K is what and qual is what as well, but it's which as far as a selection goes. Okay, one of the biggest things on this test is the conditional tense. Do you know how to form conditional tense? The key is don't drop the ending. Don't drop the ending. So we'll look at our verb of the day, intercambiar.
Ia.
And then add the ia, ias, ia, iamos, ian. What is the meaning of of the conditional tense?
Would.
Would. The conditional means would, something that you would do. Depending on a condition, such as hypothetically, if I had more money, I would buy something. It is also the future of the past tense. He said he would do this. Profe, you said that we would have a test tomorrow. Yes, I did say that, and it's still true. Okay, make sure you know your Swedes. Tender, vender, dir, aber, poder, quer. You can look at your Swedes, your little paper of the Swedes, or you can look here in the textbook. All right, as far as reported speech, I know the homework was a little bit confusing. Hopefully you can just ignore that and pay attention to what we're going to talk about right here, because I actually have a copy of the test, what you're specifically going to know, and I know this will be on YouTube, so I don't want to hold it up too long for those smart kids that are just going to freeze frame and close up. But I have some multiple choice questions if you know the vocab. I have some true and false questions if you know the vocab. That's on there. Then I literally have a section where you have to write tender, vendor, dear. So I say aber, you say aber. That there's a section that's, and then don't forget, like you did on your homework, if the verb that you have to conjugate is aber, you're going to go aberia and not aberia. Okay? Then I literally have a section that just says usa el condicional. If it says usa el condicional, what tense are you going to use? Condicional. Be careful in that section because there might be a couple of tender vendors, but just basically look for the subject. If it says to, we know you're going to take the entire verb and add es. That's key, important. That section I think is pretty simple. Then the key section of this test is where you have to translate. And that's where I throw in the conditional, a little bit of preterite and imperfect, and he said, he said, he said, he concluded, that kind of thing. So as far as what you're going to need to know there, how do you say he said that? Sorry about that. It's going to be something like dijo. Of course, if I said it, it's going to be dije. We know the present tense. Dije, dijiste, dijo, dijimos, dijeron. How do you say that? Okay. Dijo, okay. And then it just depends. I literally write in English something like, he said that, let's just do, for example, he said that he ate pizza. What tense is ate pizza? Past, specifically preterite. So you would have to be like, all right, comer. Have I ever studied preterite tense? Yeah, we do it every day. Y, iste, yo, imos, hieron. So how do you say he said he ate pizza?
El dijo que como pizza.
Y, iste, yo, imos, hieron. Dijo que comió pizza. All right? What if I said, he said, I will run? Oh, we know the future tense?
El dijo que
well, that's he said he would. He will. Correrá. Yeah, if he says I would, correría. And then let's see, he said he was sick, using imperfect. That he was sick. What's the star in the imperfect? Estaba. And basically a lot of the words I take from this section come straight from the vocab list. There is something that you can pre-write. You're allowed to pre-write the essay. Go to your text page 313. 313. I'll give you some time here at the end if you want to work on that as well. 313. 313. 313. Activity 19. Mi profesión favorita. Habla con un familiar sobre su profesión. Find a family member and their profession, and talk to them about their profession and what they do at that profession. Maybe it's something your dad does, something that your cousin does, something that your mom does. All right? And tell me what they do in their job. So you go with, mi papá trabaja, what's the name of the place?
Juvenile Center.
El Centro Juvenil. And what does he do there? Él habla con los jóvenes, él ayuda en las clases. Tell me like 3 or 4 things that your dad does at his work. And then I want your second paragraph, which isn't going to be much more than a sentence, say, what would you do if you were your dad? That's a condition. So you say, if I were my dad, or yo moriría. I would die if I was doing that. Or I would do exactly like my dad does. Or I would be praying a lot. Use the conditional tense. All right? That is something that you can pre-write. You may not use any translating app. Google, Babelfish. What else is there? I don't know.
Babelfish?
Oh, sorry.
Duolingo.
Duolingo. Don't have it do the work for you. Just use the present tense in the first paragraph, what they do. And in the second paragraph, use the conditional, something real simple. So it says then write what you would do if you were in their place. So just use the conditional and the present tense. And you can do that ahead of time. You have between now and the test to work on that. All right. If there are any questions you have for me, sorry.
Lego.
I'm sorry. All right. So